Hi, my name is Conor Gleeson, and this month we're going to publish an article about the great civil rights activist Martin Luther King. I have a dream is one of the iconic phrases in the English language, and it comes from one of the most iconic speeches in the English language, given by King on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in front of 250,000 people in Washington in 1963.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
50 years ago this month, King was assassinated by a fanatical racist, infuriated by the religious leaders' fight for civil rights for his fellow black Americans. The American civil rights movement actually began with Rosa Parks, a young black American woman who refused to give up her seat in a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama in 1956. King himself had had the same experience when he was 14, having to give up his seat to a white person. So Rosa Parks' situation affected him deeply. He organized a highly successful boycott of the company, which finally had to admit black and white people to the same places on buses. This segregation was very common in America in the southern states after the Civil War, which had actually ended 60 years before. But slavery continued in the form of segregation. Black people were not allowed to use the same hospitals, bars, restaurants, toilets, schools as white people.
We would like to be served, please.
This is unprecedented what we're talking about, but it needs a patience that none of us have ever seen.
You can order food in the colored section, but I'm not going to be serving you here.
We are organized. We have a leader with every group. We have lookouts with pocket change and the local phone numbers for ambulances ready. And when one wave comes off that lunch counter, what follows? A whole nother wave of Negro students sitting right there at that lunch counter blowing their mind.
We would like to be served, please.
Jim, I need your help over here.
Now, you all know you're not supposed to sit there.
You need to be sitting in the colored seating. This is not for you. You cannot be served here.
You need to do as you're told and sit in your place.
You see these people over here? They're in their section over here.
So King, after the Rosa Parks incident, decided to lead the civil rights movement throughout the 50s and some of the 60s. For 12 years, he crisscrossed America, making thousands of speeches. He led protests, sit-ins and demonstrations, all of them peaceful, following his hero, Mahatma Gandhi, in India. He was physically attacked, arrested, and they even tried to bomb his house with himself and his family inside. King made his famous speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and the words are now carved into the memorial itself. For millions of Americans, black and white, and millions of people around the world, King was a hero. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his activities in defense of human rights. For the white authorities in the southern states, however, and for the FBI, King was the enemy. The FBI constantly followed him, and they bugged his phone all the time. One of America's bravest citizens finally met his end in April 1968. James Earl Ray shot him on his balcony, on his hotel balcony. In theory, Martin Luther King was killed by James Earl Ray alone, but the conspiracy theories abound, and they continue to this very day. We hope you enjoy the article.